Hey, it's Linda. Hadn't videoed much lately, so I thought I would. Um, I have gotten over Omicron. I'm not contagious now. But anyways, I don't have much energy. I went to the grocery store yesterday with Tim, and needless to say, when I got back home, Josh and Katie put the groceries up. I went to bed. So, today, I can't do a whole lot of energetic stuff. So while I was sick, I was on in bed. I found TikTok, and those people on there talk a lot about garlic and roasting it and pureeing it, and they sound like they've piqued my curiosity because I don't do a whole lot with garlic, but it's very healthy for you. Anyways, as you can see, garlic is sticky. If you ever run out of super glue, forget. Just peel your garlic and rub that all on everything because it's sticky. And anyways, I am sure that I am not doing this the easiest way. But some of them take and they cut the top of it off like that, and then they pour oil on it, and then they wrap it up in foil wrap, and they bake it, and then they squish this stuff out. And I'm going to do that with one of them. But another one took and peeled them like these whole, and then they pour oil on top of that, cover it up, and put it in the oven for 400 degrees for 40 minutes. And then you pour off most of the oil. Then you got garlic oil. And then you put the rest of the garlic pods and a little bit of oil in a jar and put in the refrigerator. And then you use this for pureed garlic. And shoot, they were eating it straight right out on a piece of toast. So anyways, I thought, well, I want to do some of this stuff. So I'm doing that today. And I thought I would show you, because like I said, this country girl doesn't do a whole lot with garlic, but I need to because, again, it's extremely healthy for you. So, but these things that's like paper. And like I said, you got an easier way to do this because I didn't want to smash them. You know, they'll take those big knives and smash them, but then they're crushed. And I didn't want to do that either. I wanted to end up with a whole pod like that. So, anyways, but I am going to do one of those just to see maybe if that's I don't want to waste it. And I've got garlic growing out well, not now, but in the springtime I have garlic, you know, the old-timey, old-fashioned garlic. So I'm going to learn when's the best time to dig it up. And if anybody of you know, please let me know. Just put it in the comments or whatever. Because, like I said, I'm going to start using a lot more garlic. And those people on TikTok put garlic in everything. So, like I said, they piqued my curiosity. And since I don't have a whole lot of energy today, I thought I'd sit here and peel garlic. But like I said, this stuff is sticky. I never knew garlic was sticky. So, again, you got garlic and you don't have glue, well, there's your glue. And, but anyways, just thought I'd visit with y'all while I'm doing this. And y'all see my Christmas lights in the wintertime when there's not a whole lot of sun, which it's February now, so it's getting more sun. But I keep the lights on. I like Christmas lights anyway. And I was blessed, if you could say you're blessed when you have Omicron. I didn't have it as severe as so many people are having it. Josh and Katie got it after me. And I put myself in a room for 10 days, so that stuff is very contagious. But they did fine too. It was like a cold. And I'm fine. I never really run a lot of fever or anything. My lungs just hurt. So, That was my problem yesterday in town, which that was the first time I've been in town since I got tested for positive. I had to go to town to get the test, but, and that was the first time, because, you know, Tim and I have been really trying to do a lot of pantry stuff. That was the first time we went and got a big bill of groceries in probably 2 months. So, needless to say, I was, and I'm just breaking this open. I'm sure that there's an easier way to do this without crushing the pod. So again, if you know how, just put it in the comments, because I intend on using garlic more. We'll make some garlic bread. And needless to say, when you watch TikTok recipes, you get hungry. And, which was nice, because I didn't have much of an appetite for about a week and a half. It's good for losing weight, but, you know, when you can't taste or smell, and I know most Omicron people don't have that problem, but I couldn't. I lost my taste and I lost my smell. And have you ever tried to cook when you can't taste or smell anything? My poor family, when I did start cooking again, I burnt stuff because I couldn't smell it was burning. Needless to say, they were very sweet, and they said, "Oh, it's okay," but I threw away the beans. And but it's extremely hard to cook and cook edible stuff when you can't taste or smell. So my heart goes out to people who have lost their taste of smell, taste and smell permanently. I had an uncle. His name was Robert, Jackie Waite's husband. And for some reason, I don't know if he was born that way or what, but he couldn't taste or smell. He was skinny as a rail, and I understand why, because you're just not hungry. When you can't taste or smell anything, that food gets really, the more you chew it, the bigger it gets. So, anyways, but I was blessed, and Josh and Katie was blessed. We're all doing a lot better. Tim, he may have gotten some symptoms like a headache or something, but it didn't stop him. He just went right on. And, okay, so I have one left, and I'm going to experiment on that. Like I said, you cut the top of it off to expose the tops of the little pods. I'm sure that's not the name for it, but, and that one didn't get exposed. Now watch me how I try not to cut myself. But anyways, yeah, I went to town yesterday, and boy, you don't realize that you don't have a lot of energy until you have to use it. So, but anyways, I am getting ready to, I've got some tomato plants that's about this big. I think I planted them too early, but that's okay. A lot of Bradleys, so I'm going to give a lot of them away. And, because I got some more that I want to grow, but I can't do it right now because it's still too cold outside. My nephew Robbie and his, oh, there's another one, and his wife, they live in Florida, and they have tomato plants like this big, already putting them in the ground, which of course, you know, it's because they live in Florida. But this is February the 8th, and it has snowed before in February. January and February is our winter months. It snowed in March. But as long as I can get it in the greenhouse and it's not 20 degrees, because that's what it's been lately, it's fine and they'll grow. But I have to wait till it stops being 20 degrees. You know, like today it was 20 degrees, 22, sorry, and supposed to be 60 this afternoon, which would be great, but they would be dead from the 20 degrees. So I have to still keep them in the house. But I've got some peppers. I've got a lot of peppers, different kinds. Tim said, "Well, you're just going to make a pepper house." I said, "Well, yeah." And he took some PVC pipe, that's big 6-inch PVC pipe that we was able to acquire. And he cut holes in them, and I'll show you that later on. And we took out the kiddie swimming pool that we was using for for cracky bed, you know, where you cut the holes in the my mind, the styrofoam, and then you put your plants in there, and it's kind of like the hydroponic way. So we got rid of that, and he made me a whole, I've got 3 or 4 big long pipes now, and he made me a system to put I'm going to grow lettuce. I don't like bok choy, and I don't like kale, but I'm going to grow it because I'd like to um, trade it out for eggs or something else, and if somebody, the neighbors, they like to buy the the lettuce and stuff. So I thought, well, they probably like it, so I'm going to grow that. And then I've got enough of the PVC pipe that if it does well enough, Tim's going to make me some more outside so that I can put like some herbs and stuff, which I still want my herbs in the raised boxes, because a lot of those come back. So anyways, but yeah, and I've been down for 2 weeks, and it's like, I really need to do some stuff up there, but I'll get to it when I get to it. We go to Zion March the 14th, 15th for Tim's checkup, which we know will be good. And it's going to be a good, clean bill of health, but we still have to go. And but that's only, it takes 2 hours in a plane compared to 15 hours on a train. So we've been flying. This will be our 4th time to ever fly. And but it takes 15 hours on a train, and about that long if you drive it in a truck. So but it being March, hopefully the weather will not be bad for us. So anyways, that's what we're going to plan on. And then we took our soil and took it up to the county extension office so they could test it to see what we need. We need a lot of lime. What else do we need? I don't know. It was a big report, and I couldn't understand it, but Tim did. And then he's also going to get the county co-op guy to, explain a lot more of it. But we need like a ton, literally a ton, not exaggerating, a ton of lime. And to put on my garden, my vegetable garden, and to put on the sorghum patch. And because we want to do sorghum again this year. And so, but we're gearing up for that. We thought we'd be able to cut the pine trees down that's not leaning anywhere, but we still want them down. Because we're getting older. We're not getting younger. And there's a couple of them that if they did start leaning, we'd have to hire it done. So we was wanting to do it while we were still physically able to do it ourselves. And we was going to do it this winter, but needless to say, that didn't get done. But that's okay. We'll get to it. We'll get around to it. And so, but anyways, that's kind of what we've been doing lately, is just kind of winter stuff. Like I said, it started, we ordered all of our seed in January, and we got a different kind of corn seed. We got it off of eBay, but we also found that Territorial was cheaper, so I put that in my book. Write down notes if you're going to be doing this more than 1 year, because you forget from one season to the next what you did, what you didn't do. So anyways, we've got all of our seeds now in, and like I said, I got a lot of extra, some different kinds of peppers. Some of them's called Yum Yums, and I got some pepperoncinis, and then Tim wanted some I don't care for the tomatoes, but he wanted some, so I got 2 different kinds of really sweet tomatoes, little tomatoes, and so, and then I've got like 4 or 5 different other kinds. I got some that are determinate. That means they all the tomatoes come off at one time. And then I got some indeterminate. that will grow throughout the season. Found out, because Tim's been doing a lot of YouTube watching, that you could take the indeterminate, not determinate, but you can take the indeterminate and you can cut. When they have 3 leaves, you can cut in the middle of it, just cut the top of it off, and it'll grow 2 vines on one stem. So I'm going to try that too. And but I was really pleased with my tomatoes last year. Like I said, I don't know if y'all seen some of the last video, but it was like the 1st of January, I still had tomatoes on the vine. Would have still probably have them now, but, you know, when it gets down to 20 degrees, they kind of die on you. So, but I had green tomatoes, I had red tomatoes, I had tomatoes all the way up through January. And these were the ones I planted in the spring. Anyways, as you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but that's just really, really sticky. Glue ain't got nothing on this stuff. So anyways, I am through. I'm going to put this in some foil wrap and put some olive oil on that. And they said sprinkle a little salt and stuff. But these people go crazy on TikTok. One thing I find about TikTok is they don't talk very nice. They have bad language. And it got to the point where it's like, I can't handle this. So I went, I'll just go to watch the animal TikTok videos. Well, good grief, they've got animals cussing too. So there went that. So I thought, okay, I'll go to the recipe channel part of it. You know, the food. They cuss explaining how to cook food. And I know I live in a Pollyanna world. That's what Jessie tells me. If you've never seen the movie Pollyanna, you'll have to look it up. I choose to live in a Pollyanna world because that's a lot better than the world that's out there. And so I just kind of had to put a child's restraint on TikTok. And that helped a little bit, but there's still, and if you know how to filter out bad language, let me know. Because like I said, if I can't filter it out, I'm just going to have to stop. Because I don't want that in my spirit. And when I'm sitting and thinking, and I think a lot, and one of them words comes up in my spirit, I just don't want that. And so, if you know how to filter bad words on TikTok, let me know. Otherwise, if it gets bad again, even with the child's restriction, I'll just have to stop doing it completely. Because I'm just not going to feed my spirit that kind of stuff. And I know it probably didn't bother a lot of y'all, but it bothers me. So anyways, I'm going to go now. I've got, this is a whole bag. And I'm going to, like I said, cover this with olive oil. And then put a little bit of salt on there. And then wrap it up and cook it, bake it in the oven, 400 degrees for 40 minutes. And when that gets done, I'll do another video and show you what it's like. And I'll also show you how this does. So anyway, I will talk to you later. You have a blessed day. Let's see if I can do this without getting my finger stuck to the screen. No. Okay, I wanted to show y'all. I got that almost covered in oil. And won't use that much when you put it in the jar. So I'll put the extra oil in a jar, and because it's garlic oil now, and I'll sprinkle some salt on that. But that's what that looks like before I cook it. Okay, I'm back. I got me some dirt from my onions and stuff, but I wanted to show y'all. Oops. And these are like fork tender, I think. Yeah. Fork tender. So I'm going to put these in a jar, and I strained out the oil, and if there's enough extra there, I'll put the oil separately. But let me see if I can maybe, let's see here, let me get a there we go. Let's see if I can do this. Oops. Don't lose it. Oh, I need a bigger jar. good. Hang on. Okay, I'm back. So, I needed a bigger jar. There we go. Not completely a full one, but that's all right. And then let's see how much oil. Okay, so I got a little bit of oil. See if I can do this without spilling it. Okay, so there's some garlic oil. Probably could put that in a jelly jar. And then I'm going to put this in the refrigerator. They said that you can just use that for mashing up. And oh, let me show you this. Let's see how this looks. Okay. Let's see if this works. Oh, wow. Okay, there's that. And you know that is extremely hot. I'll have to let that cool. But that's what it looks like. Have you ever tried to do a... Right there. Anyways, I will see you later. Okay, I squished it. It's still hot, but I add some butter to it and put it on a piece of toast. And you know what? It's very good. I think it would taste even better if I had some different types of spices on there. But hey, very good. Talk to you.